Hey, Beatle people. I want to talk about this. So, September 22nd, 1969, WBCN broadcast the Get Back, or was going to, actually came out as Let It Be, the first one. So this CD here is from 93, okay? So I saw it online and it said, I saw the word broadcast, and then I noticed the call letters right there. So that's in Boston, in case you guys don't know, and it's also an FM station. I don't know if it's around. I don't know if this disc jockey is around anymore. So if he is around, he should go on tour or go to the Beatle Fest or something, you know. Anyway, this is on Yellow Dog. And what I like about Yellow Dog is they always number their stuff. So this one has 035. It's right here. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, so, and then I noticed it said de-clicked and de-noised, which it says right there. Okay. I said, you know what? So I sent the person an offer, $12 plus shipping. There you go. So I have seen this online before, or right now, yesterday, and $22. Now, is the one on Yellow Dog? I don't know. Is it a copy of this one? I don't know. But it's out there. Anyway, so this copy here is really clear. This is why I decided to buy it. So I bought it, right? And then I'm like going, maybe I should go through my CD collection. So I did, and I didn't have it. So goodbye for me, goodbye. Anyway, so I do have another copy. It's called Get Back from Toronto on CD. And you can see that this one is a little bit different from the vinyl album, but it has a lot of the same tracks. This one has a lot of pops and stuff and a lot of background noise. So, and the CD, this is what this looks like. There you guys go. I probably showed this before. So there's also this came out too, Comeback Beatles. So this is basically the same album, except different way down how they did it. So, but this is a really clean copy too. Then I have this one. This one is very much like the CD I got, the first one I just showed you. Can't read it, of course. But it's basically the same tracks except with some ads and some other miscellaneous stuff in here. So what I did, I got this right here. I'm gonna take this, I'll stop it here or pause it here and then show you what I did on a playlist I did. So I took this album or this CD, whichever way you want to look at it. Yeah, don't look at the junk. No, don't. Yeah, this is a busy room. So this is the clear songs on it, okay? And this one has a lot of the ads and everything. So I took this one and mashed them together on my computer. So I just import this one. This is how you do it. It's real simple. And I'm on iTunes because it's a lot easier for me to do it that way. So let me pause this and I'll show it to you. And oh, wait a minute, I got one more thing I forgot about. So I'll do that last. The albums. So there's the original album when it came out. If you guys have never seen it, I've probably shown it before. So it says 1970, nothing on the back. It's basically the same track listing, except this one only has 6, what is it, 10 tracks in all. And this one on the CD has 15. I guess because the CD can hold more information, so. Side 2. 4 tracks on side 1. And then they didn't know like the correct title of the song. So they just were guessing. So one is All I Want Is You. That's Dig a Pony is what it is. And the other album I have here. So this is 71 or 72 release. That's what I could find out about this one. So, that's what's in it. And so it's actually the same 7, 11. This one said, what did this one say? 4 and 7, yeah. Unless they didn't do it right, because they got the walk and the Christmas message all in one thing, it says here. So it actually is, this one does have actually 11 tracks, because they just mashed 2 separate things together. Yeah, so the walk they called When You Walk. Everybody knows it as The Walk. No glare now. Huh. Same record label, isn't it? Oh well. They did a good job. Well, if my information's wrong on the albums, nothing new there. They're kind of hard to figure out sometimes. So this is my 93 release of that broadcast, the Boston broadcast. Here's right here. Well, I'm glad I got that CD, because I wasn't real happy with this for how it went. Now, my other question is, are these really in the right order? You know, because maybe they got the tapes. I suppose it was a tape back then. I can't imagine them getting a demo album or anything like that. So my guess is it's a blank tape. Somebody put the music on there and passed it around to people. I guess. I don't know. Because how it starts, which I will show you. Is like they played side 2 first, but they took side 2 and they mixed up the track listing, or that's how it came off the tape. Who knows? They would know if anybody's out there that is still happening with us. And then I'll pull this out. You can't tell. Maybe you guys can tell. I don't know. You can see it. Yeah, slight purple there. Trans. Real dark. If I lay it flat, it just looks like a regular black vinyl, but it's not. So if you just want this for the color vinyl, I say go for it. I think those ones are a little bit of expensive and hard to find. Okay, let me put this on pause, and then we'll go back to here, and I'll start showing you some things or talking about it a little bit more. So, back in a second or two. Okay. Sorry if it looks weird on the screen, but this is the best I can do. Anyway, it says, so, like I said, I mixed the 2 CDs together. And is it right or wrong the way they actually played it over the air back then? I'm supposing, but I don't know for sure. Only they would know. But anyway, right here, they started off with side 2.
Side 2 of the Get Back album. Listen while you can, because if the past is any indication as to the future, and it's the only one we have, we will be in some way stopped from playing this album by the record company itself after the next couple of days. So get it in while you can. It won't be out till Christmas. This is all of side 2 from the Beatles' next album called Get Back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
New album, the band, in which they utilized the Joss or Jew's harp, depending on if you're prejudiced or not in one form or another. And Buffy, who used it originally on Cripple Creek, her own Cripple Creek, was arranged by Joni Mitchell. That's from the Country Girl album. Quit kicking my dog around. This is WBCN in Boston. We'll do the Beatles for you in just a moment. Step out soon in something new from a Chess King store in Waltham and Dedham, Mass. For the latest styles and bells, flared bells, Edwardian suits, belted jackets with the Napoleon look, suede and leather jackets with a Western look, also posters, incense, and strobe candles. You'll find a Chess King store at 350 Moody Street in Waltham, Mass. Open daily from 9:30 to 5:30, Wednesday and Friday until 9:30 p.m. Chess King in the Dedham Mall is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. And the Chess King store announced a free movie festival Wednesday and Friday, October 1st and 3rd from 5:30 to 8:30. So bring a friend on those dates for the free Chess King movie festival. Okay, we'll try it now. I think it should work. That's got to be the end, I guess, of side 2 of the Beatles Get Back. In the spirit of Get Back, I got to tell you, it is such a game to be working at a radio station. The Beatles become really fun because somebody gets the Beatle album, right? Some radio station, say Wimix gets the Beatle album, and they play it. And we hear it, and we all jump around, stamp our feet, and say, gosh, they got the Beatle album, we got to get it. So we call our Beatle promo man, our Capital promo guy, Brian Panella, and we say, hey, Brian, they played it over there, and you didn't get it to us. He says, oh, no, they got it again. And he runs over and sends telegrams, says, hey, you can't play it. And Dick Summers says, oh, of course I can play it. And so in the meantime, we manage, through our own devious, nefarious means, to get copies ourselves. By this time, Brian doesn't quite know what to do because we're the guys he's trying to get the tape, and we get it by ourselves. And then he's got 2 radio stations playing the Beatle album before the release date. If you play an album before the release date in America, Apple is going to get PO'd, and they're going to send you a letter or a telegram saying, you know, if you ever do this, you won't get serviced with the next Beatle album on time. So everybody giggles and laughs and stomps around, but takes it extremely seriously because they're the Beatles. But it's so much fun. In the meantime, everybody in the world has it. But if the trend continues, if Beatle albums are released every 4 days, it's really going to drive poor Brian crazy. And in fact, if you're taping this off the radio, someone's going to come to your house and say, listen, I'm sorry you can't play that album in your house.
Not true.
And they're going to send you, in
Not
fact,
true.
if you tape that, you might be the first on your block to get a tape from, a telegram from Apple saying, don't play the record in your house because the release date, you can't even have it. In fact, flush it down your toilet.
So funny, huh?
Anyway, it sounds a great deal like the J. Giles bathroom tape. It's side 2. If the Beatles get back, we'll do all of side 1 and so much more new stuff that it's not to be believed between now and 10 o'clock. This is going to be fun. You want to stay around, Mississippi? This is Get Back. I suppose in the spirit of the Beatles Get Back album, you just you spit on the microphone and stuff. Okay, Arlo Guthrie wants to picnic with you on Sunday. If that weren't bad enough, September 28th at the Tufts University football field, Yellow Crayon presents the picnic at 1 p.m. and Arlo's concert starts at 3 p.m. Bring your own blanket and chow in. Oh, and chow in case of the rain. The concert will be held in the Cousins Gym. For further information, call 876-2400. There will be plenty of tickets available at the gate. That number again is 876-2400. If you think you're big because you're living in Boston, you're hearing the Beatle album, they had it first in Buffalo. And they leave a little bit of silence at the end of the record for you to just contemplate the entire works. Abbey Road, the Beatles, also all of side 2 of Get Back. The Get Back album was recorded at the same time as the single, and it was on a rooftop. The Beatles were getting a little tired of working around in the studio, so they decided to surface. And they went upstairs and set up the recording equipment, and they just went and had a ball. And they went and had a jam and a session. And they're going to release that as part of a beautiful Christmas package that might cost you some bread, but you can scrape it up and buy it because it'll have a 125-page picture book of the Beatles, and there will be a film commemorating the thing. So that'll be their Christmas gift to you. And we'll listen to the rest of the album a little bit later this evening. Harry Zonk did the tap dancing for you, and it's always a pleasure to have Harry on the program. This is WBCN in Boston on perhaps the most beautiful of days.
Alice's Restaurant, available wherever records are sold on the Reprise label and on 8-track stereo tape cartridges and Ampex cassettes.
Want to end Warren stuff, you gotta sing loud.
Arlo Guthrie will be appearing at the Tufts Arena September the 28th at 3 p.m. Admission $3.
I could sing for another 25 minutes. Not proud.
There is a new television show beginning tonight, and it's beginning in an awfully auspicious way, if you'll pardon the debut. It begins at 7:30. It's on Channel 7, and it will feature the Beatles and Crosby, Stills, and Nash. It's
This
on
is
Channel
true.
7.
I looked it
begins
up.
At 7:30, so I can promise you during that time, Mississippi will be our on-the-spot televiewer, and he will be calling up. He is pledged
Just
to call
look up this
faithfully
date,
and honestly at the
and
time
you'll
the
find
Beatles
it.
are, on the tube. So in the meantime, we'll thrust up to that way with a dial the telephone with my fingers crossed.
So that's it. Crazy video, yes, I know. There you go, one more time. There's the backs. So, if you don't own any of these CDs I've shown you, I would say the 3 CDs mainly. I would say these 3. I highly recommend any one of those. And I'll be surprised if you cannot find any of those. Okay, that's it. Sorry for the weird angle on this part of it, but it wasn't really about the angle. It was about what you were going to hear. Okay, let's see what YouTube does. Bye.